This week I'm working with black-eyed peas, something that's very traditional with Southern cooking, and Oklahomans generally like black-eyed peas really well. Today it's pickled black-eyed peas. So I've got about 3 cups of black-eyed peas. You can either cook them yourself from the scratch, or you can start with canned black-eyed peas. If you start with canned black-eyed peas, like I did, however, you'll notice that they tend to be a little bit softer and mushier. So it actually took me 4 cans of black-eyed peas to come up with 3 cups of black-eyed peas rather than the original amount that it should have. To that, I'm adding a 1/2 cup of chopped green pepper and a 1/2 cup of chopped red pepper, which is basically a half of each of those, a 1/2 pepper of each. And then I've also got 4 green onions that are sliced fairly thin, a 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil, and an equal amount of red wine vinegar. Now you could use another type of vinegar too, but the red wine vinegar gives this one a really nice flavor. Also, I've got 1 clove of garlic that's been minced up fairly well. If your garlic is really strong flavored, you may want to use less than that. And then this is, again, dependent on you. I've got a little bit more, probably 2 teaspoons worth of jalapeno pepper. Recipe calls for 1, but we're really going to make this one a little bit more lively than that. Stir this together. And then you're going to want, because it's a marinated salad, we want some time for the pickling effect to happen. You're going to want to let this sit anywhere from 5 to 24 hours before you actually serve it, so the flavors really have time to penetrate into the black-eyed pea. If you were using warm black-eyed peas when you started, you could probably marinate it for less time because the flavors will be absorbed much more quickly in the black or in the warm than they will into cold or room temperature pea. Notice it's very bright, very colorful. We have one last ingredient that we're going to add to this. When you're ready to serve, simply going to put this onto a plate, or you could sprinkle it onto the bowl here. I'm using a slotted spoon. We want to leave some of that marinade behind so that it's not too soupy on the plate. And for the tail end here, we're going to sprinkle some bacon across the top. Just get some crumbled bacon. It's only 2 slices for the whole recipe, so if you're worried about the amount of fat that you're going to be adding, you can relax a little bit here. Black-eyed peas, along with other dried beans, are really strongly recommended by dietary experts now for their ability to reduce your risk of cancer, reduce your risk of heart disease, help you cope with diabetes much better, and help with weight control. So they have a lot of benefits and a lot of flavor, and I think you're going to enjoy these. Again, this is pickled black-eyed peas. For Oklahoma Gardening, this is Barbara Brown.